Good morning. It's Ginny, Eli, and Tim at DS Tech. And we can't emphasize enough to stay safe during the holiday season because there's a lot of scams and a lot of things that you could fall for. So we're going to talk about them again. But, we have a few more things to add to our list about things to avoid and to watch out for. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We want you to stay safe. Drop your comments, your questions, and go to dstech.net to sign up for your free dark web scan, or what is it?
Yeah, dark
security
web
assessment.
Scan,
Security assessment.
We even have a vulnerability scan.
Yeah, we have all kinds of scans, really. I mean, not all of them are free, but they're definitely good. So.
We have a handful for you.
Yeah, we do.
So, I guess without further ado, we'll check our list. We'll see how who's been naughty or nice on this list. But I guess most of this stuff
Let's
is
check it
pretty
twice.
naughty. Yeah, we can check it twice. But so the biggest thing with holiday time is always you got Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals. Everyone's usually shopping for the other holidays, exchanging gifts, all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, scammers not caring. That's when they're going to be trying to do more of these attacks. You're going to get more spam messages. You're going to get targeted shipping notifications. You're going to get all kinds of stuff. And so here's some tips to kind of help get you through that so you can avoid the scams. And hopefully you're not dealing with like a credit freeze on top of the actual
oh my goodness.
Holiday time. So basically stick to your trusted
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Dealing with a credit freeze. What do you mean by that?
Because if someone gets your credit card information, now you're freezing your credit, trying to deal with all of that ramifications.
Going to the new year.
I asked because we did freeze all our credit. Because
because and then you're gonna
better to be
because you were dealing with some stuff. So what you can do is just create free accounts at all the various credit monitoring ones, freeze them all, and then if you do need to do something, you just have to log in, unfreeze yourself, take out your loan or whatever you're doing, and then refreeze yourself. But most people aren't going to that level of security with their stuff. But
you can still use your credit card. You
Yeah.
just can't do new things, and you know what? That's a good thing because they can't steal it then, right?
Yep.
True.
Anyway.
So
that's why I asked. I was like, "What do you mean? Wait."
I do.
Talk about that some more. So the big one is to stick to your trusted resellers or retailers. So basically, when you're online, a lot of times you get those emails, 80% off, Cyber Monday, and all this other stuff. Try to stick to the main websites you go to, whether there's a big box name stores or Amazon or whatever you're buying, because if it's a weird obscure URL and it's claiming it's going to save you a bunch of money, it's probably just a fake website that could then scam you.
If it's too good to be true, it probably
exactly. Yeah, if the deal seems too good to be true, verify it by going directly to the retailer's official site or call them instead of clicking on ads too. Where if you think that this seller is like, oh, you're offering 80%, call them and be like, hey, there's this website, it's claiming you're saving this much. Are you aware of that? They may tell you that, oh yeah, that's a scam right on the if they know about it. Otherwise, you could be potentially letting them know about a potential scam website that could be out there, and then they could take ways of getting that down.
And should probably mention that
we should reward you for it.
Yeah, really? Thanks for the report.
Like a bug
No, that's really good though. I mean,
I was just going to say
communication is key, especially in that kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. That when you're on Facebook, you can tell they're ads because it says it's an ad. Same thing on Google.
Like sponsored link.
Yeah, they're little blue or something. Little writing, right?
The first search result sometimes will be like an ad versus the actual result in the search engine. So just pay attention to what you're clicking on.
Don't do your shopping off of Facebook ads. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or any.
You might find a good deal in Marketplace. You never know.
Yeah, that's different.
Also, we want to
That's
beware
a whole different level of scams, by the way.
Yeah, people are doing that on top.
Physical security. But we can't help you as much with that.
Anyway.
Around the holiday times, you will get, you're usually signing up for a lot of stuff. You're ordering a lot of packages, so it's common. You are going to get shipping notifications to your phone, but still, I prefer not to even click them, even if I know this is from, UPS or FedEx or whatever your carrier is. I still log into the original website where I purchased it, click the order history, and then click the tracking through there, just so I'm not getting a fake or spoofed text message or email that basically is a malicious link, and then it starts downloading info stealers and all that stuff. That
takes you
not good.
What, 2 extra minutes maybe?
I have to log into an extra thing.
Headache. I mean,
15 seconds.
Yeah,
worth it to be safe.
Using secure payment methods to avoid fraud and things like that. So they say to use a credit card or a secure payment method like say PayPal or something instead of entering your bank details. So ideally you're not having to just put your bank account out there for everything you're ordering. And they do say use a credit card rather than a debit card because your credit cards can be insured and usually they can stop it and roll it back. Where if it's your debit card and they took the money out of your account, sometimes you can be stuck with that. So that's why a lot of times people will use a credit card versus just a debit card online. And what I like to do too is a lot of places like almost force you to save your credit card the first time you buy something. It's worthwhile going back into that after you've made your purchase and deleting your credit card from their database. Yes, it's annoying. You have to go in there again and enter it the next time you order something, or maybe with a large enough retailer, say Amazon, you're comfortable, enough leaving it in there. But whenever you hear of like Target getting hacked or Amazon getting hacked, those are the things that they're getting. It could be your list of your credit card with your name. Yeah, it might be hashed. It could be obfuscated. But if enough of these leaks happen, your data can be out there. So I personally like to just delete the credit card information so it's not being saved on anyone else's servers that you don't have control over. Again, it takes you extra time every time you check out, but it's the foolproof way of staying secure with your information being out there.
And then when you're using your credit card, they have they keep an eye on your purchases and if anything's abnormal. Because
they'll
I've had
notify
that.
you too of like, hey, why did you make? And they'll do kind of like tests, like a true scammer may do like a 40-cent thing 3 times, and if those go through, then they try to do a $200 check, and then if that $200 one goes through, then they're going to try a $2,000 buy. Like they're going to try more, hoping that you're not paying attention to it before they escalate up. I've seen that as a common thing with cards that are compromised. This one here talks about avoiding public Wi-Fi for shopping. So don't just sit at McDonald's on your phone and doing all your shopping through the free Wi-Fi. If you are going to use free Wi-Fi, use a VPN or some sort of something that will encrypt your connection. So that way, if someone else is on the same Wi-Fi as you and they were malicious, sometimes they can see what you're shopping, potentially do various things that are bad to your device. Same thing for like hotels and things like that. Typically, the free Wi-Fi is nice, but typically don't do work or anything like secure on that. If you want to just look at some news websites or check social media or whatever, no big deal. But when it comes time to doing purchases, things like that, just use a known internet connection that you have control over.
How about your data plan?
Yeah, your data plan then too, because instead of using the Wi-Fi at McDonald's, just use your LTE data, and then it's just your device on that network. No one's going to be able to see what is going there on that. This one talks about being cautious on social media, kind of talking about the advertisements that look like posts.
Definitely.
You're going to see a ramp up of that, of like influencers that are just having these videos that all it is a glorified commercial at the end of it. You can really tell it was, things like that. You're going to see a lot of. So just be aware of that during, there is some good deals sometimes on Cyber Monday and Black Friday. You do want to get a hold of the deals, but a lot of times just go directly to the manufacturer. If little ad says, 80% off at, Home Depot or whatever, just go to homedepot.com and see if they have the same advertisements, not actually believing what's in the ad. Same thing, don't share personal or payment information through social media messages or pop-up ads. Definitely if there's like a pop-up or something, it's like put your card in to see if you are eligible to win, anything like that. You don't put any of that information in all over the place. A good thing that people will do too, that you should try to do before you're going out on vacation, traveling, things like that, is update your software and your devices. Maybe you've had that phone update that say your phone updates and you say, oh, I'll just do that later. I'll do it later. You keep kind of pushing it off. It's worthwhile to actually update it prior to the holidays, because typically during the holidays is when attackers strike, because they know you're having an extended vacation from work. You kind of get more relaxed. You're getting too many notifications, so you get alert fatigue. So they're going to take advantage of that and kind of try to attack during that time. So just making sure all your devices are updated prior to the holidays is important. Obviously, as a business, we got you covered. If we're your partner, we're updating your firmware, your devices, keeping sure you're always patched, up to date. That's kind of a common thing we do for your hardware. But for your personal devices as well, take the extra time to update that stuff prior to the holidays. The biggest thing too is if you have any accounts that haven't been set up yet, then set up that multi-factor authentication where you have to do the rotating code for it. If you ever have that email account or maybe the online retailer account that keeps bugging you every time you log into, do you want to set up your secondary login authentication method? You're like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later.
No, do it now.
Do it now.
It's time to do it. Comes never, right?
Yeah, because then, So that's my advice: is take the extra time to set that up prior to the holidays. This one talks about monitoring your bank statements. So again, even with all these precautions in place, it's important to stay vigilant, check your statements if there's any suspicious activity. Maybe every week or so, just review your statements, making sure nothing's showing up in there that is a purchase you didn't make, just to make sure that as you're buying things online using various things, that your information isn't being used maliciously without your knowledge.
I usually do a monthly audit of all my accounts,
Yeah.
but maybe I should do it more often, eh?
During the holiday, it could be a little bit quicker just because, I like to do it like right after Thanksgiving and a little about in the middle of December. I'll check things, make sure things are good.
Yep.
And then again, right about the New Year's time. So usually like
Hmm.
twice in December, I'll check it instead of like once a month, just to up the cadence because there's so many holidays close together right at the end of the year. It's
Yeah.
just good to kind of stay on it for that little time. Then usually once you're into January, February, the New Year's is passed, you've had no incidents, you're usually in the clear at that point. And ideally your shipping notifications should stop coming to your phone.
Should.
The last thing with all of this is kind of just trust your gut, trust your instincts. If something feels off about a website, it seems a little weird or seems fishy,
Just don't click
it
it.
probably is. Don't click it. Don't worry about it. Just find that deal will come somewhere else. And it's not like you just they try to get you in like a panic state, like a fearful state of like, oh, if I don't
Never
click
get
now,
this if
I'm
I
never
don't
going to
get
get
it
this
right
deal. If I
now.
don't click
Yeah.
now, if I go away from this website, the deal will never be here again. Like get rid of those feelings. It's okay.
No,
Don't click the link.
there's
And
always
just
sales.
definitely there always will be sales, and usually after the fact there'll even be post Black Friday sales too. So just don't worry about it. It's not worth getting your information stolen or hacked just by hurried and clicking a link to try to save an extra $50, and now you got to deal with the 5-day problem of trying to get your accounts and dealing with all of that. So
Ugh.
so in conclusion, just shop smart,
No.
stay secure. Again, it's a great time for deals. But again, it's a prime time for cyber criminals where they like to, again, strike during that time. So just make sure your stuff's up to date, do things cautiously, securely. And if you follow the advice we've said, you should have no problems.
Awesome. Good information.
Absolutely.
Well, don't click the link,
Yep.
right?
Ever.
Use your multi-factor authentication.
Yes.
Watch your bank accounts. Don't click any links. I already said that.
Mhm.
But don't click even
Update your
ads,
devices.
right?
Stay
Update your
vigilant.
devices.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the things. If you have questions, drop them below the video and go to our website, dstech.net, to sign up for your free security assessment. If you're a business, we don't do this for personal users,
Yeah.
but it's for local businesses.
Yep.
So make it a great day. Stay safe.